Welcome to Parlay Power Hour for November 3rd, 2021. I am joined by G Money Grant Mitchell, my co-host. I am Tanner Kern, and the Atlanta Braves are the World Series champions. How you feeling, Grant?
The Atlanta Braves are the World Series champions, and I'm feeling pretty good, Tanner, because I picked the Atlanta Braves to win in 6 games. And if you don't mind, just in case anybody out there missed it, what was the final result of the World Series?
6 games.
6 games, and who won?
The Braves.
The Braves. The Braves won in 6 games, just like I told you from the start. You should always bet your money with me. I won't let you down.
No, here's what happened, actually. I picked the Braves to win in 6 games. But when we conferenced it, you were like, no, I want to take the Braves in 6 games. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I actually had to take the other side. So I went Astros in 6, and they lost because, you know what, the Braves were a better team going into the series. I said that the whole time.
This absolutely did not happen. He just completely made this up.
Well,
This never happened.
I'm happy.
He wanted the Astros in 7. The only thing that happened was I told him he was a bad fan for rooting for the Astros, and he said, "No, for some reason I hate the Braves now, and I want the Astros to win."
No, I rooted honestly. Okay, well, I'll stop lying here. I wanted the Astros to win because you picked the Braves, and I wanted to beat you. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. Actually, when you look at the guys, like I hate Correa, I hate Altuve. I like Bregman.
I thought you liked Correa now.
No, Correa can. No, I don't like Correa unless he ends up with the Red Sox, but he wouldn't do that obviously because we have Bogey. But you look at this. You look at the whole roster. Like I do like Bregman. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like Gurriel. I don't like the Astros. The only Astros I like are Alex Bregman and Zach Greinke. All right, we look at the Braves. I love Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman's kid's a superstar, by the way. If you haven't seen him, the little Charlie. I love Jock. Jock's a savage. I love Ozzie Albies. I love them all. They're all great, you know. Austin Riley. So I wanted the Braves to win, but I had to go against you, and I had to root for. I had to root against America. Basically, you made me root against my country. So thanks a lot.
Yeah, and that's what you get. You were wrong. You lost. I'm the winner.
Okay, well, baseball season's over. I'm really sad now, but free agency starts today. It'd be nice to see the Red Sox go out and get like a Freddie Freeman. That would be really cool. There'd be a lot of. I don't know what the Red Sox are going to do. I think that we need a pitcher. We don't really need a first baseman.
I think
we definitely need a pitcher. I think we could use a first baseman. Honestly, I love Bobby Dahlbeck, but I mean, I would rather have Freddie Freeman. I'm not going to lie to you. Kyle Schwarber. So we'd have to re-sign Kyle Schwarber. We should re-sign Kyle Schwarber, stick him in the outfield, or stick him at first base, let him be a DH. Like Kyle. But here's the thing about Schwarber: he's going to have a lot of value at free agency because the National League's probably going to have designated hitters this year, and that's going to be an issue because National League teams are going to be all over him. So we will see. But a lot of goods coming. Baseball's over, but it's almost here. It's like an 8-month long sport and then like a 2-month off season, which really is no off season. And we're back, baby.
And then one of the great things about being a true sports fan is with the free agency periods and, leading up to trade deadlines and such, it still feels like the sport is going on. It just makes it all the more interesting.
Oh yeah, whoever the Red Sox signed for their big marquee free agent, which I don't know if they're going to go out and do that. That hasn't been Chaim Bloom's MO this year and since he took over. But we'll see. But say for example, if Freddie Freeman signed with the Red Sox, I would go buy his jersey within a minute. Within 1 minute, I would go buy his jersey. So that's what I will say. We're done with free agent talk right now, though. Let's talk basketball, hockey, all that good stuff. FanDuel, $1,000 risk-free bet, guys. Links in the description below. Make sure you lock it up. We say it every day. It's the best in the business. We got Mavericks money line tonight. I hate the Mavericks. They lost me a lot of money against the Jazz. What was that? Was that like a week ago?
It was the Nuggets, but yeah.
It was Nuggets. Okay. Jazz, Nuggets, whatever. Same thing. I forget who it was. I honestly just placed a blind live bet, and I probably shouldn't have done that, but Mavericks sucked. Couldn't make a damn shot.
The Mavericks did suck. That is one of their 2 recent losses this season. They lost the first game of the season. I never really paid too much mind to that. And they lost the other night to the Miami Heat. Miami Heat look like the best team in basketball right now. Don't think it'll finish that way, but they've certainly come out the gates the hottest. Jason Kidd doubled down on those sentiments, saying pretty much the same thing. So we just lost to probably the best team in basketball. And the San Antonio Spurs are not the best team in basketball right now. They are 2-5. Their wins, they beat the Bucks, which was impressive. And then they won on opening night against the Magic, who are not good. And also it's opening night. Like I just said, I don't put too much stock into that. These two teams have already matched up this season. The Mavericks ended up winning by 5. The Spurs, ever since that sort of Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker era ended, and especially with Kawhi leaving town, they just haven't gotten on the right side of things. They failed to attract big free agents. The game, it's sad to say because Greg Popovich, we all love him. He's one of the 2 or 3 best coaches ever. But the game is slowly passing him by. You can see him, still being able to develop younger players like DeJounte Murray and Keldon Johnson. Even Jakob Poeltl had a career night against the Lakers. But all in all, this team isn't that good. The Mavericks especially have the advantage in star power with Luka Doncic, even Kristaps Porzingis. I think the Mavericks should be able to win relatively handedly. One thing about professionals is when they get embarrassed, they tend to bounce back relatively quickly. I don't think the Mavericks are too happy. They just lost by 15 to the Heat. I think they win at least by double digits against the Spurs tonight.
Yeah, they didn't play good defense against the Heat. The one thing I'm afraid about in this one, though, Grant, the Mavericks, when they did lose that game against the Nuggets, it was a back-to-back game for them. Now, the night before, they went to like quadruple overtime or something, right? And they had like whatever game that was. Who'd they play that night?
The night before the Nuggets game?
Yeah, who'd they play that night?
Because they played the Spurs.
It was like a massive, and they had to have a massive comeback to win that game, I believe. Right. So the back-to-back thing scares me because I don't know how they're going to be able to handle that. Now, granted, they did get dominated last night, so maybe they'll snap back tonight. Before, when they were playing the Nuggets, they had a really good game, and then they followed up with a really bad game. So maybe we'll go bad game to good game here tonight. But who knows? It would not surprise me if the Spurs cover whatever the spread is tonight. Now, we look at the Spurs.
Well, it's only +1. That's the problem.
Okay, so that's going to be trouble. But Spurs money line, the Spurs did beat the Bucks this year, Grant. Anything's possible.
Yeah, but they have one game post opening night, and they've already lost to this Mavericks team. I don't trust them.
All right, so we're done talking about this right now, Grant. But I think my commentary is pretty good there. But we got to move on to Said Escalante Sosa. What is this kid's like problem? Tampa who? Wait, this is okay.
He's talking about the Bucks.
Said, who is your quarterback? Please let me know.
It's Trevor Siemian.
No, you shouldn't have told him that. He probably would have to look it up on Google. Said, okay, Tampa who? All right, Tampa who? Yes, Sixers winning Bulls. All right. Okay. Grant, do you agree with that pick or no?
Not one bit.
I don't agree with that pick at all. I took the Bulls at +2.5. I love that line. Said, how about talk to me a little bit about you picking the Yankees to win the World Series and how that went for you, buddy. All right, let's move on here. Said's just gonna be chirping the show. We can't give him that power though. We can't give him the power to ruin the show this morning. But we love the comments, Said. You're a friend of the program. All right, let's go a little hockey. Hurricanes money line versus the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks are having a lot of issues right now outside of the rink. They have the whole sexual assault allegations going on, blah, 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 sweeping through the league. We're not really going to talk about that, but that is affecting their play, and they're not off to a hot start this season. Now, they did have a good game the other night. Patrick Kane finally actually showed up and had 3 goals one night. Bottom line is the defense has not been good. Marc-Andre Fleury, I don't know if he'll be in the net tonight, but when he has been, the net has not been good. 87 save percentage, anything under 90 in hockey, just get away from me. You should not be a professional goaltender. We will see. I kind of like the Hurricanes on the puck line tonight, but when I look at this, it's the value of money line at -164 for a road favorite. You really can't beat it. Now, hopefully the Blackhawks don't come out and actually show up like they did against Ottawa. They had 5 goals in that game, but we'll see. Hurricanes, the best part about them is, though, they can put the puck on the net and they can score in 5-on-5 situations. And when you get them into power play attempts, they're killer. So, you know what? I don't think the Blackhawks have the offense tonight to keep up with the Hurricanes unless Patrick Kane shows up. Granted, he's only showed up once this season, so I'm not going to bank on that. Hurricanes money line. If you want to take a little risk bet, go Hurricanes puck line. And yeah, you're going to win some money.
Tanner, I loved everything you said, but you could have boiled this down to a much, much simpler explanation.
I got to give the people what they want, though. The people want to know the picks. Wait, did he say Drew Brees is his quarterback?
He did say that.
Drew Brees is the points bet ambassador now, buddy. All right, keep going.
Tanner, 2 stats you need to know. Ready? Hurricanes 8-0, Blackhawks 1-7. For -164 with the way these two teams have been playing, I don't care. Anything under 200, you've got to go with the Hurricanes.
And I will say, I think the Blackhawks were supposed to be better than they were coming into the better. They were expected to be better at this point than they are right now. But also, when we look at this game, we look at this series, anything can happen in hockey. So we have to consider that. Like, but here's another thing, just a little betting tip for you guys. First of all, never bet a home underdog in hockey. That means they're having an issue. Obviously, the Blackhawks are having an issue with the sexual assault allegations and they're not winning hockey games. But if you can get a road underdog or a road favorite for -164 that's undefeated right now, playing against a terrible Blackhawks team, go with them, ride with them, hammer them. So, Saeed, what do you think? Are you a hockey guy? Who's your hockey team, Saeed? It's probably like the freaking Los Angeles Kings or something. It's probably the Ottawa Senators or like the Calgary Flames. I bet he's a Canadian guy for hockey. All right. DeMar DeRozan plays for the Bulls, 25 plus points tonight. Saeed, Saeed, this is great. Saeed didn't even know we were doing this, and he's putting the comment in saying the Sixers going to beat the Bulls tonight. Wait, is he a Sixers fan? Yes, right?
I actually don't know.
I think he's Sixers, Saints, Yankees, and we just don't know his hockey team. Saeed, what's your hockey team? Let us know. All right, let's ride.
So I've got DeMar DeRozan going over 25 points in this game against the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers started off a little wobbly. They've ripped off 3 straight. One thing I do want to address is the Sixers play pretty tough defense. I know that in their last games, they've given up 103, 94, 102. That's not exactly a lot, so that's an impressive mark. And that's what we expect from a Philadelphia team that's being coached by Doc Rivers. But I just have a lot of confidence in the way that the Chicago Bulls are playing right now. They're pretty dominant both offensively and defensively. One of the most important things about this offense is they've got 3 all-stars who are all very capable scorers. Obviously, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Nikola Vucevic. And then you've got a guy like Lonzo Ball as your 3-point sniper just camping out at the perimeter, which means you have to honor him too. So what I'm getting at is DeMar DeRozan, amongst all the other stars on this team, is going to be getting, favorable matchups. He's going to be getting a lot of one-on-one, and he has been cooking lately. If you look at his recent games, he's been on fire. It started with that massive comeback against the Celtics. This is a fun stat for you, Tanner, that I heard from Nick Wright the other day. That game, the Bulls game against the Celtics entered the fourth quarter up 14 and lost by 19. It's the first time in the shot clock era of the NBA a team has gone into the final quarter up by 14 and lost by more than 14. So that just shows how big of a breakdown it was. But in that game, DeMar DeRozan had 37 points. The game before that, he had 32. Running down the list, it goes 20, 26, 21, 26. So he has been scoring extremely well in this offense. I think that he's a player who he's starting to incorporate the 3 a bit more. And with this hot streak, I think that he's going to continue and get 25 plus easy. He's averaging over that for the season. The only thing I would worry about maybe would be Zach LaVine potentially getting in his way and outscoring him. But I think he's due for another good scoring night.
Yeah, I think the Bulls are a lot better the Bulls are better than we expected, obviously. But when I saw them play against the Celtics the other night, as bad as I was feeling about the Celtics having a breakdown, you got to give credit to the Bulls. You got to tip your cap to them for having that comeback. It was pretty impressive. DeMar DeRozan, huge part of that, and I think he shows up again tonight. They dominate the Sixers. I believe they dominate the Sixers just because Saeed likes the Sixers. But Saeed, I got a little something for you. 1 year ago, I tried to watch it, started Las Vegas Knights, but I didn't follow them. Like, there's no coverage of NHL here in Mexico. Saeed, here's your coverage in Mexico at ESPN Plus, NHL on ESPN Plus. That's your coverage. You'll get every game. All right, DeMar DeRozan, 25 plus points. I like this, Grant. It's a nice job by you. Way to find value.
Yeah, I don't want to. Well, I do want to toot my own horn. I haven't missed a risk-free yet in basketball season. This one, I will admit, I'm not 100% confident, but I'd still put about 80%. I feel good about this one still.
And you know what we like to do here on Parlay Power Hour? We like to pair up the risk and the lock. So obviously, Celtics breakdown of the century the other night. Grant just said it, whatever. It's the only time in the shot clock era where a team was down 14 and came back 19 or something.
Down 14 in the fourth quarter, ended up losing by 14.
Okay, down 14. I thought I heard a 19 in there. But you know what? I like that stat, Grant.
They ended up losing by 19. Okay, so it was even worse.
Okay. Jayson Tatum, over 3.5 assists tonight. Now, if you didn't know what happened after the Bulls-Celtics game, there was a little breakdown in the locker room. Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown did not speak with the media after Marcus Smart got on the podium and said, basically, my teammates need to pass the ball more. They don't pass the ball. We're proud of how far they've come, but they don't pass the ball. That's basically what it was. And the media is kind of blowing it up, right? But the problem is now the Celtics go on this road trip. They place the Magic tonight, and then they have a brutal schedule after that. Magic, this should be an easy win tonight. Should be a get-right game for them. But again, is it going to be? Jayson Tatum over 3.5 assists. The under is like minus 130 something, Grant, right? Minus 134.
It was minus 110, I believe.
I thought it was, yeah.
Or no, okay. Sorry. Plus 110, minus 134.
Yeah, minus 134, right? So Jayson Tatum over 3.5 assists tonight. We figured when we talked about this that the whole, breakdown, hopefully the Celtics figure it out. They usually start slow. They heat up late, right? Not that it's late. We're only a couple weeks into the season here. But Jayson Tatum over 3.5 assists tonight should hit because he's going to take what Marcus Smart said and pass the ball to Marcus Smart. Now, hopefully Marcus Smart can put the ball in the hoop tonight to get the assist. But we think Jayson Tatum's going to pass the ball a little bit more tonight.
Yeah, we both do. I also think that the Celtics are going to have a better offensive night against the Orlando Magic, who are not exactly a defensive juggernaut. They're a young team too. I think guys are going to start to hit more shots. I mean, part of that falls on Tatum. He hasn't been shooting the ball terribly well. The other night against the Bulls, he went 8 for 22. That's 36%. That's really bad. If you look at his numbers on the season, his assists go 3-3, 2-8, 2-4-4. So, I mean, 3.5, to be fair, is a pretty spot on line. I don't necessarily. I think, I think Marcus Smart's comments might weigh in the back of his mind a little bit. I don't think he's going to outright attempt to change his game for it, but I do think maybe he makes 1 or 2 extra passes. And like I said, I think guys are going to be open. The Magic don't play great defense. I think they knock him down. I'm going to say Tatum finishes with 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's not shooting great right now. It could be worse, though. It could be Cade Cunningham. Get it?
Get it? I mean, I get it. It's not much of a joke.
Cade Cunningham sucks. That's the joke.
Well, okay, let's relax. This is his second. He's played 2 games in the NBA.
Hey,
let's just calm down.
Hey, I just go off the. I could probably make 2 out of my last 50 shots in the or 30. I think he's like 2 for 30 or something over his 2 games, right? It's pretty bad.
I'd like to see you go make 2 out of 3 uncontested 3-pointers in an open gym right now.
I could do it. Oh, I could do it. I can dunk too. If you didn't know that. Okay, well, let's talk about this here a little bit.
6'4". I'd hope you can dunk.
You call me fat all the time, though. I got hops. You're mean to me.
Doesn't matter. Fat people can still be tall.
Yeah, look at Zion. Did you see?
You should start a stand-up routine.
Did you see what Shaq and Barkley said about Zion? Or did Shaq say it or Barkley said that? Like,
well, I mean, they're always talking about him.
They said they look like he looks like we had a kid together.
Yeah.
Listen, my stand-up routine is literally just Brian Scalabrini's stand-up routine echoed back on Parlay Power Hour. I'm just going off what he said this morning. Cade Cunningham, he's worried about Cade Cunningham, and you know what? Zion Williamson is just Shaq and Charles Barkley's baby.
He doesn't need to worry about Cade Cunningham, but Zion is absolutely fat. There's no way around that.
So the Celtics game tonight, it's either going to go one of 2 ways. They're either going to really mesh, and I think they're going to have like a hell of a night. It's going to be like one of those like season-changing performances, or that comments are going to destroy them, and they're going to be horrendous, and the Orlando Magic are going to beat them in a slim, like tight game. That's what I think is going to happen. I think it's more likely that they fall apart tonight. Honestly,
nah, I've got faith in the Celtics.
I don't believe in them right now. Sorry,
you're the Boston guy. Show some hope.
Yeah, you got to be hopeful, but like it's early. I can still be sad right now because the Red Sox season's over. Final thoughts, G Money. I'm getting. You know what? I'm kind of killing the basketball game. My bets have been. You guys should just be following me for basketball bets. Forget about Grant.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we have both been spot on pretty much since NBA season started. It's kind of crazy we're doing this well. My final thought: I'm going to keep it in the NBA. Last night, the Lakers beat the Rockets, the 1-win Houston Rockets by 2 points. Kevin Porter Jr. had a 3 pretty much at the final buzzer to win the game. Almost went in. It was super close. But as bad of a win as that might sound, I think it was definitely a good sign for the Lakers. They combined their big 3 combined for 84 points. LeBron had 30. and 10 assists. AD had 27 and 9, I believe, and Westbrook had 27, 9, and 8, if I'm remembering those numbers correctly. I think this is, we're 8 games into the season. There was a lot of talk about we're going to have to wait until the All-Star break to properly judge this team because of how much of a chemistry experiment it is, how hard it's going to be to fit these guys together. I know it's only Houston. I know they only won by 2. I know their defense isn't great. There are a lot of guys out with injury. Once they get those guys back, they'll have more energy. They'll be able to defend a little bit better. And if the big three can keep playing offense together like they did last night, then it's definitely a scary sign for the rest of the league.
Here's what I'm going to say, Grant. I feel like I'm harsher on the players than you are, and I think we should be harsh on them a little bit because they're professional athletes and they're making a lot of money. Cade Cunningham, I don't think we should be worried about him, but the fact that he is not making shots right now and the game looks a little fast for him, I think that's an issue. Zion Williamson needs to lose some weight. I've lost 140 pounds. You've lost a lot of weight. We can say that. The dude needs to lose some weight. That's why he's getting hurt all the time. And because he could be so good. But he's got to lose some weight. And then my other final thought is I hope the Celtics get right tonight. I'll probably take them at -6.5. Why not? I'll lock up the Celtics -6.5 tonight. I'll hedge my bets. Maybe I'll take them -6 and I'll take the Magic money line. I don't know. I'll figure something out, but I'm worried about him because those comments can destroy a locker room. So comment here, Gloria, what's up, Gloria, we're killing the basketball game.
Gloria, did you actually take our bets? Because we went 4 for 4 yesterday. Let us know.
I hope you didn't take the Maction bet. That one was a little sweaty.
Got a little scary, but it worked out.
-2,000. Imagine if you're like put your house on -2,000 because it'd be a decent return. Oh, by the way, rest in peace to Mattress Mac for his. Did you see that? He didn't die, but he was trying to win like $33 million on the Houston Astros in the World Series, but that didn't happen. Who dat?
What's your final thought, Tanner? What were you saying? Are you talking about Cade?
Cade needs to step his game up. And I could if we went into a gym right now and I went to the 3-point line, I don't know if I can make 2 or 3. I can make 1 for 3. All right. I could shoot 33% from 3-point range. If you gave me 10, I could probably make 4. So I'm shooting 40%. I'm good. I can ball. I was a Park and Rec All-Star. Open looks in the corner. Give them to me. Just feed me the rock. Feed me the rock. Like Marcus Smart. Feed me the rock.
I have absolutely no faith in your jump shot.
I don't have to have a jump shot. I'm strong enough.
I think you're one of those guys who doesn't even jump when they shoot, and they kind of go like that.
I don't, but it goes in the hoop. I'm gonna play basketball this year. I'm gonna sign up for a rec league in the winter, just to get after a little bit with the boys.
Join a men's league. Men's league.
I played men's league basketball for a while. I played men's league baseball. I realized it was time to give up men's league baseball when I was facing guys like throwing like 89 that were like 89, 90 that could still that played like Division I baseball and were just washed up guys now that's just trying to live the dream. What's your picks today? Gloria. Come on, Gloria. Late to the party.
Mavericks money line.
Wait. Lock Jayson Tatum over 3.5 assists. Gloria. DeMar DeRozan 25+ points. I got Hurricanes money line versus the Blackhawks, and Grant has
Mavericks money line versus Spurs.
That was Parlay Power Hour for November 3rd, 2021. Let's throw it up. G Money, 1 thumb, 1 finger, 1 pinky, all love. We'll see you tomorrow for another episode of the Electric Factory.